It's necessary right now. To win, you've got to have speed in that two-car draft. Anytime that you can tell a driver he's going to be 4 seconds faster a lap and he's got a shot at winning, then he needs to do that. And so that's what everybody's doing, is this two-car draft. And so I'm for it. It's what it takes to win right now. And as this track gets older, as Talladega gets older, and maybe as we see rule changes come about, we won't see the two-car draft as prominent. But right now it is. It's what it takes to win.
I like the old two-car packs, or the two-car packs that we have now. Obviously, they've provided for some unbelievable finishes. You know, Talladega being one of them. When you have three packs all together, the other is the packs. It makes for very exciting racing throughout the race. So it's just, to me, I'm kind of indifferent about it.
Well, I mean, from the driver's seat, I'm not a big fan of it. I mean, there's just not a lot we can do about it unless the cars or the rules or something changes. I mean, there's not really anything you're going to do about it. It's so much faster. But driving, it's I'm not a real big fan of it. And you're the back guy. That's the kind of the easy person to be, because you just hold it wide open and follow the bumper in front of you. But you can't see a thing. So if that guy drives straight into a wreck, if somebody doesn't tell you on the radio, you're going to push him right into it.
To be honest with you, I'd rather be the pusher. It's just easier. It's less work. You can just hold it on the floor and keep your car cool. And really in the front, it's it's one of those things where you have to pay a lot of attention as to cars coming up beside you and keeping the guy attached to you from behind. So it's the front car has to do more work, in my opinion.
You get somebody that you're working with, it's like a dance partner. You don't need to communicate. You just even just like body language in dancing, you have body language in the way you're driving the race car, so you have an idea. But it does help to be able to see, the next group of cars or the next too wide group of cars, or if the track's blocked in front of you when you're getting pushed. I think it was here in the 500 that Gordon was pushing me, and I thought he was going to drive me right into the biggest crash of my life, and we ended up missing it. But he couldn't see.
Running 200, not being able to see anything, and having all the faith in the guy in front of you and whatever's going on, isn't always a lot of fun. And if there is a wreck and he sees it and slows up and you don't know it, you're going to spin him out. If you're in the front guy, it's the other way around. He's pushing you, we can't see anything, and if you see something that's coming up and need to take evasive action, somebody's pushing you, so you're going to get wrecked. So I mean, it's kind of nerve-wracking. It's different. I mean, if the fans like it and it's exciting racing, I mean that's okay. But I mean, from the driver's seat, I don't know many people that think it's a lot of fun.
It's kind of ironic how some of the things work out, because we always talk about how much we work with our teammates, and here a teammate means a lot in the essence that. It may not be your true teammate, your shop mate, but it may be a teammate of another team that helps push you or work with you. And we worked with Denny really well in Daytona as well as Talladega.
Every time I see guys from the 39 crew, they're like, "What's up, teammate?"
I texted Denny after we got on the as I was getting on my airplane leaving Talladega. I said, "Let's try it again in Daytona." He's like, "All right."
It just seems to, some cars work better together than others, and things like that. So it's tough to say. I mean, it seems like you really had to have your partner ironed out in the first 10 laps of the race of the Daytona 500. And those guys worked together all day, no matter what. Even if someone got in trouble or got in a wreck, the other would just literally lose all of his track position just to get back to that person.
If you're not locked together with another car, like what happened to us here in February, I can't remember if it was in the 150s or what it was, but I think you get lapped in about 14 laps or something like that. So, I mean, you have to be locked together with somebody, whether you like it or not. You just hopefully can stay away from the trouble, maybe try to find somewhere to hang out if there is some wrecks. But a lot of the wrecks that you've seen in these two races have been basically single-car wrecks. They might collect more people, but there's a lot of people that get spun out, that just get spun out from getting pushed, in the wrong spot or whatever. So it makes it difficult. Your options are somewhat limited.
It is very, very different, and you do find yourself racing with different guys that normally maybe you don't even get along with on other tracks that you think y'all never really race that well together. But it seems like you got odd groups, and when you have odd number teams such as ours at Gibbs and things like that you have to find yourself looking for those guys.
Wherever you come out off of pit road after a pit stop is, and if you haven't teamed up with somebody, you might end up drafting with somebody that that might be on that list of guys you don't like, but you got to do the best you can to win, and you got to put your differences aside for the short term.